We're popping, dude. It's going. Welcome to another episode of Early Morning Podcast. It is 11:15 p.m., March 9th, 2023. Grab you a J, grab you a brew, grab you whatever on earth it is you may do. It could be some unsolicited liquids you purchased off the internet. It could be some snake oil. I don't give a shit. It could be something that you're lighting off of a tin foil. It could be whatever you desire. But we're getting it going. This is EMP. Dude, weird week. Weird week for your bro right here, dude. Had a couple shows in front of, I don't know if I mentioned on the last episode, but in front of some coworkers, in front of some people that I knew. But we'll get into that later on. Like I said, there are some unsolicited oils or some kind of variants of inhalants that you might see on the app. It is, I don't know, dude. It is what it is. Like I said, grab you whatever it is that you may enjoy. I don't care if it's like snuff or that shit that you inhale out of a, what's it called, WD-40 can. But this is a different episode. We have a guest on this episode. She doesn't matter at all. Disregard her on the video. She's doing poses and shit. No, I'm kidding. It's Cristine, dude. I got Cristine in here, dude. She's here. What up, Cristine?
Hi.
Cristine is a good friend, and she works with me at the Improv. But, dude, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm even better now that you introduced me as a friend and not a coworker. We're friends. No one can say anything other than that.
Friends first, dude. Also on the task force at work, but it is what it is. Dude, I'm just gonna pop this off. No intro on you. We're just gonna fucking just get after it right now. I'm already cursing in the first 2 minutes. So it is what it is. I recently talked about on like a podcast having on an episode like weird fears. Like just irrational, like out of earth maybe fears. Or something that you just may not like recognize in the moment. What's your biggest irrational fear, would you say?
Ooh. Probably being like locked up somewhere. You know how when you're in the car, okay,
So not locked up. Okay, go. You
just
answer.
being locked up somewhere, not being able to get out. There was one time where I was probably like between the ages of 4 and 6, and my parents, I used to sit in the very back of our Durango, and everybody would
2
get
or 3 rows.
It was 3 rows.
Okay.
I used to sit in the back, and everybody would get out super fast and close the doors. And there was one time we were on our way to Vegas, and I just stayed in the back because they closed the doors on me, and I just sat there and cried.
So you just remained in a locked vehicle.
Yeah. And
That's a
freaked
rational
out.
fear.
Yeah.
That's not irrational. That happened.
Oh. Irrational.
Something that like you couldn't fathom. I mean, you can fathom it, but like it's unlikely to occur. I would say getting locked in a car is pretty irrational, but it fucking
But like as someone that can open a car door, I can
Okay.
open a car door at the ages between 4 and 6.
Could you?
I
Could
think
you
I
have
could. I just didn't because I was sad that everybody left me in
How
there.
long were you in this locked car in the Durango in the 3rd row?
Like 2 minutes.
Oh, okay, dude. So it wasn't like 2 hours or anything.
Yeah, so
Try
that
to talk
counts.
into that
That
if you
counts as irrational, okay?
No. Okay, so I'll give you some preface. Like when I talked about it, it was for me getting hit by a rogue tire.
Oh, like Final Destination.
Kind of like that. Yes,
Okay.
like I'm just walking on the street in LA or some shit, and then a huge tire from like an 18-wheeler for some reason pops off and just hits me, and I'm paralyzed. Something like that. Or another one, real
Interesting.
quick, just to give you, this is just guys' perspective. Guys being dudes, you know what it is, dude. But I've, for some reason, have had this fear that I'm gonna cross my nuts. And there's do you know that guys can
Is
do
that possible?
It's very possible. So like dudes, there's a medical term for it. Plug, maybe we could put this in. I'm not sure. But like you can, as a guy, you can cross the tubes that each of your testicles have, and it's like a crazy pain. It's supposed to be like a crazy pain. You don't know like how to move, and then you have to untangle them. That's a crazy fear I've had. Like being in bed and just like moving over or just sitting and like crossing my legs maybe and then just being like I'm stuck. Like that's one. So like do you have any your
No,
mouth
I
is like,
don't.
nothing like that,
No.
dude? No.
No, I don't think so.
I'm not saying it has to be to a female's, but I'm just saying any kind of fear that's like pretty unlikely, it probably won't happen, but like
No, I don't know.
damn, dude, so you live with no anxiety. That's pretty
Oh,
cool.
yeah, no, I don't.
That's pretty
like
fucking
none
cool.
at all.
To have just no weight on your shoulders ever. Just be like, I'm chilling. I'm good. I have a Four Loko. I'll be happy.
I live free.
Yeah.
I live free, okay?
There was something you said earlier. You were like, oh, I wanted to mention this about Four Lokos. What
Yeah.
were you,
So when we first started working together, and I was the only one that was dying to like get us to go out together
yeah, hang out.
outside of work because I was like, I'm gonna get close to them. I'm the only girl. Boys' night, let's go. And I told you guys that I drink Four Lokos, and everyone was like, okay, that's gross. And you were the only one to be like, you're trash.
I was really hoping you were gonna say that.
And
I was
I was
hoping
like,
you were
yeah.
gonna say I was being honest. I like called you out. I thought you were
Yeah.
gonna sugarcoat it and be like, oh, he supported me. I was like, oh,
No,
you're
not at all. You straight up were just like, oh, okay, you're trash. And I was like, yeah, I am.
accepted it.
I like it though. They're
No free ad. No ads on
they're
here.
good though. The electric lemonade.
Okay, so but hold on. Back yourself, validate yourself a little bit because I did call you trash when you said that your
Mm-hmm.
go-to drink was Four Lokos. Do you remember giving any backstory of why or what's your? You don't remember that at all.
No.
Okay, I guess I'll speak on your behalf then. I guess. Other than I told you this, I was like, oh, it reminded me of being in high school.
Oh,
I was like,
yeah.
it reminded me of like my boy in high school. Shout out my guy Ma. He probably doesn't listen, but dude, my boy would just get wild, and he was on that like, especially when he went to college, he was on that like affordable drinking budget, and he was
Yep.
like, dude, I could get one of these for $3, and that's my pregame right there, one fucking tall boy, and I'm good. And he went to Oregon State. So he was like a big party guy up north, and I never drank them other than hanging out with him, and the reason was because he would throw up
Yeah, every time.
every fucking
Every
time.
time.
And then a reason I also told you it was mad trash, and I was like, oh, I view you as a different individual now, was because you said you enjoyed throwing up
I
if it
do.
was cold.
If
Which
it
is
was cold, yeah,
why-
it has to be cold. Just because when it comes up, it's like a different sensation and it feels so good.
That's an insane thing to say, is like throwing up is different if it's cold. I mean, like no one enjoys throwing up. I would like try. I hope I'm right by saying that. It's like not a hot take. I don't like throwing up, dude. But if it's cold, I'll do it. It's like you were like, no, I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Even more trash.
Wait, what are you gonna do?
Not drink Four Lokos.
The electric lemonade one is good though. That
Trash.
one's good.
I mean,
the gold one is good. The electric lemonade one is good. The green apple one is okay.
Dude, this isn't a rate your favorite Four. This is like, why do you drink Four Loko? That's it's just like.
It's the same as your friend. When I was in high school, I had no money. I was getting like $5 a week, and I needed that for my Four Lokos.
I would break down real quick. I mean, this is different, but like, what would your party be? High school or college? Your prime. What would it entail?
High school, leave at 10, leave for the party at 10, and then the party get rated by like
I
11:30.
meant how many? What's your intake?
Oh, 1. I was 105 pounds in high school.
The thing is, it's
one
like-
Four Loko would do it for me, and I would be throwing up, or I would sleep it off and wake up completely fine.
So the thing is like growing up since high school, you can't just have one beverage.
On an empty stomach, 1 Four Loko. On a full stomach, 1 3/4 Four Loko.
You're missing it. I love it though, but you're like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna drink what I like to. I'm just saying, like, you know, like because like I like to ask some people, especially comics. I'm like, what's your drink? What's your go-to drink? Nobody in a bar is gonna be say Four Loko, because you can't. That's not, you can't do that. You just can't.
You're right.
So like that's why I'm saying, like, now, how do you go out and be like, this is what I'm drinking tonight?
Oh no. Tequila sodas with lime
But you're still pre-gaming
all
Four
night.
Loko.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's wild, dude.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of tequila sodas, we recently not partied together. I didn't get to party too much, but like, you did come to a show I was on, and you got after it. A bunch of coworkers of ours got there and got after it. I would hope I had a good time.
Oh yeah, we had fun.
Okay.
We had fun.
I would hope so. But dude, I was gonna say I complained about this on my last episode. I don't think it even aired yet. I don't know if it's going out, but like, I said how I was mad nervous during that. I was mad nervous having people that I know see me perform, do stand up, whatever it might be. It's gay as fuck. It doesn't matter. But doing anything and then seeing them the next Tuesday or the next month from then or 2 weeks from now, whatever the fuck it might be. Is there anything, any memory that you can recall where you're like, man, that one sticks out? Like when you go to bed at night, let's say, and you're like, man, that one just pops out to you and is like, it's unforgettable, or it's like, I don't want to say
like a regrettable moment.
I don't want to say regrettable. That's literally the word that you're taking out of my mind, because it's, or in my head, but like, it's like it happened. Fuck, I wish it didn't, but it still pops up every now and then.
I fell.
Go, explain. Go ahead.
Okay,
Yeah.
so last week, I overstepped on the stairs. My heel like barely hit the stair, but it was wet, so I slipped and I like sprawled out and just fell like 4 steps. And that's something that I wish
I'm talking
no
like
one would have seen.
maybe I shouldn't have prefaced it with my what's it called, with my set the other week where you guys came. I mean something that happened like years ago, that when you lay down to go to bed, whether it's 12 a.m. at night, it's 2 a.m., 10 p.m.
Oof.
and this just for
Bringing up dark memories.
doesn't need to be dark. This is the EMP, dude. We're just talking. Like what is there anything that comes to mind when you're like, fuck, man?
Ooh, I really don't want to say this, but there was one night, drunk, Four Loko. This guy kept telling me that him and his girlfriend had broken up.
Okay.
And he kissed me. And obviously I kissed him back. And the next day...
Very obvious you kissed him back.
Yeah, the next day I told maybe like a handful of people that I was like, oh, we're homies. Like, we got this. And then it got out to everyone. And I was like, oof, that's something I wish did not get out. And just because the year that I started partying... And like, you know how when you're drunk, you just want to like make out with people. You just kiss people.
I do know that. I've been there. Yeah. Every
so
time I'm drunk, I just want to mac on people.
Yeah,
you know
so
me.
you just kiss
no,
people.
No, that is not. I'm not like that at all. What do you mean?
Not anymore. I'm not like that anymore. But when I was in high school, like I said, like 104 pounds.
So you kissed the dude back in high school, and now...
And it turned into like, she's such a slut. She's a hoe. And I was like, what are you talking about?
So you get like the, what's it called? The like almost Sunday scaries of that
Yeah.
at night, where you're like, I shouldn't have kissed that guy.
Yeah. So every
That's
time...
honestly not even that bad.
Every time I would go back to school, I'd be like, I don't want to see anyone. I don't want to talk to anyone.
How long of school did you deal with? Was this like sophomore to senior year?
It was sophomore year. It was mainly sophomore year because junior and senior year, I was kind of just like, I'm chilling. But also I had learned my alcohol tolerance.
Yeah, those are the times to test it out. Definitely.
Yeah.
High school, and then you master it in college, I would say.
Yeah. I mastered it at like 18 with my best friend.
That's early.
Oh yeah, no, we were going out and she would always drive. So she was like, I'm driving, you take this shot. So she was like,
That's
take
smart.
the shot, take the shot. And I was like, okay. So I would just take it. And there would be times where I'd be like, I can't. And she'd be like, take it. I'm driving. And I'd be like, okay. And my tolerance went up so high. And I thank her for that.
Raising tolerance is one thing, but also knowing not to push the boundaries, I would say, is a whole
Oh, no, I
other...
push the boundaries every time. But it's because it's fun.
Yeah, I don't know,
For the
dude.
story. You got to do it for the story, you know?
I guess. I don't know. You have one too many stories that don't end up too eventful in your pleasure, and you're like, maybe I'll pull back a little bit. I don't know.
No, not me.
Not yet. No.
Not yet.
Yeah, that rules.
I had one moment and I was like, nah, it's okay. So I went through that moment, and then the next day I was like, it was okay. I won't ever do it again. But but it was okay.
This is another random question. When was the last time you left somebody on red, and why?
Ooh. Like 2 weeks ago, just because I wanted to. Like, nothing they were saying was interesting, and they just kept bugging to hang out, but I didn't want to hang out with them. And they kind of weren't getting the hint.
Okay.
Like, if I take hours to respond to you, it's because I don't want to hang out with you.
That makes sense.
And I feel like it's different. Well, I'm a girl, so I see it from a girl's perspective. So
Take note, she's a girl.
I identify as she, her. But like, I feel like if they don't text you back, because girls will leave you on red. They won't wait hours to text you back. They'll just leave you on red. And I feel like guys will take hours and be like, oh, I was doing this.
That's a whole other...
Because they don't want to hurt your feelings. But girls do not care about hurting your feelings. You know?
Valid.
So with me, I was kind of I was taking the guy route, and I was kind of just like, well, I would forget, okay? And then I would text them back, and they would just keep texting back like, let's hang out. And I'd be like, yeah, okay. And then I wouldn't text them for 2 days, and then they would text me again, and I would take hours to respond.
Okay.
So would you count that as leaving them on red?
Kind of, but the reason I was asking was like, have you ever kind of left somebody on red in the middle of a conversation?
Yes.
That's where I definitely get leaving a dude on red, or if you're a dude and some chick is, you're not, like you said, not interested, I definitely get that. But I'm trying to I was left on red recently in the middle of a pretty intense convo. And I was like, dude, how do I go ahead? How do I move on from this? What should I do? It was in the middle of me and this individual explaining a scenario that, something that happened one night.
Yeah.
And she said so-and-so, and then I said this, and she never replied. And I was like, yo, am I a scumbag? Is she basically just not replying because, oh, you're a scumbag, not going to pay attention to this anymore? Or is it kind of like what you're saying, is she just letting me know, or I didn't get to it, sorry, whatever. And it's not like a we're into each other kind of thing. It's literally
oh, okay.
We're having a discussion. And it's
okay. So in those circumstances, it can be I just forgot.
Yeah.
And it's been so long where I can't keep the conversation going.
The forgot thing in this, and again, everything is different. It's just you can't forget such a high pace or high intensity thing.
But if you get busy, because if you're one of those
if you get busy,
people,
it's still on your mind.
No, it's not. Not if you're in the moment. Or if if people are talking to you, you're not going to text that person back. Because whatever you're doing or whoever you're talking to, it's way bigger than whatever you guys are talking about.
Fucking must be, dude, because damn, this was pretty intense shit. And I was left a week ago on should I stop? I don't know. Should I apologize now? It was very weird.
It was already sent. Just let it go.
I guess no. It's
let
sent.
it go a week. Text them back. Be like, sup. Act as if it never happened.
That would be even weirder, dude. That's why I'm asking, like, when was the last time this happened? Or, like, how would you go about it? Because, like, dude, I feel like I'm just in the dust now. I'm just forgotten. I'm at the point where it's like it's forgotten about, kind of like you said, it's settled, whether she was important or she had something to do at the moment or whatever it may be. But it's like the dust has settled now. And I'm just going to leave it at that. I feel like that's the best way of going about it.
I mean, you can, but I wouldn't. But that's just me. I'm a very, like, go-getter person. So, if anything, I'll be like, what's up? What are you doing?
Maybe I'll...
Just because I'm one of those people that likes to, like, if you don't text me back, I'm gonna let it blow over. Like, I'm not worried about it. I'm gonna go on with my life.
Yeah.
So, text them back. See what happens.
Maybe I'll do so.
Do it and let me know.
This makes me want to ask now, blow job, hand job, or no job? Think about that, how you would want to answer.
Is it someone I'm interested in?
Whatever any kind of scenario you picture, whatever the first one that pops in your head, maybe use that one.
Well, hand job popped into my mind.
Okay.
But a lot of the times when people say hand job, I think of this guy that, like, I did.
I think this is why I asked the question.
I did. And because he wouldn't leave me alone and I wasn't really interested, but I was like, sure, whatever. And so I did. And I made him come on his face. On his own face.
That's the craziest things I've ever heard in my life, man. That's one of them. That's got to be like one of the top 10 most unfortunate things you can do as a man is come in your own face by a woman. If you do it by your own self, that's one thing. If a woman forces your own ejac on your own face, that's just crazy, dude.
I felt like he deserved it, though. I felt like he was like one of those popular scumbags that really deserved it. So I took it upon myself.
Why would he deserve his own semen in his face?
I don't know. He was kind of just like douchey. Like, he was just like, I know I'm cool. And I know that any girl I like hit on is going to be like, yeah. So I took it upon myself because I didn't want to. And I was just like, you know what? You want this so bad? All right, take it.
That's kind of where the job comes in.
Well, I felt bad. I felt bad. So I was just like, I'm going to do it. And so...
You felt bad that you didn't, if you weren't to please him, but you didn't feel bad if you pleased him and had it in his face. Yeah,
which I feel like insecure girls... I was an insecure girl at the time, so I was like, I'm going to do it. I'll do it because I feel bad as an insecure girl. Okay. And so I did it. And then by the end of it, I was like, no, screw you. No. And so I did it. And he was like, I'm going to do it. And I said, okay. And I pointed it at his face. And he, you know how like, have you seen those memes where the girls are like, when you're laying there waiting for him to get the towel?
Yeah.
I was sitting there like watching him get his t-shirt, waiting for him to get his t-shirt and wipe his own face with it.
That's fucking so miserable, man.
For guys, I'm sure it sucks. For girls, I did it.
I don't know if that's like worth like celebrating because you did it out of spite.
I did it out of spite because I know that he was making me feel bad. You know, like,
so like you deserved
what guy is gonna be like, come on, you did this, like, I have blue balls, like, that's not a real thing, shut up. It might be a real thing, I don't know, but I thought he deserved it, so I gave it to him.
I wonder what the equivalent of blue balls would be for a girl, other than like most nights, like, I don't know. It's a common thing that girls don't get satisfied when they're with men.
Yeah, I think it would be a lot of the time, so...
I'll say this. I don't like that it's, like, always blamed. Not blamed, but it's always, like, the dude needs something more. like a guy needs to have like some sort of toy or device involved for it to be like pleasurable for the girl. I could be wrong, but I feel like this is pretty prominent in like mainstream culture. It's like get toys in the bedroom and get throw a vibrator in there. She'll be is that really like can you not be happy without that shit in the bedroom? Don't smirk at me, dude. I'm being honest, dude. Like this is what I've been hearing, this is what I've been seeing.
No, I'm sure it can be, but I think it's more of like an experimental thing. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like you shouldn't be experimenting until the time calls for it.
Well, yeah, like you're not gonna go home with like a one night stand and be like, use this.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
know?
Yeah.
Like you're gonna want to see what they're about, and then if they're not about it, you're gonna be like, it's okay, I got this. And then if they are about it, you're gonna be like, ooh, should I text him?
Damn.
You
Dude.
know, like should I text him back? Should I call him?
That reminds me of something that you said earlier. If the guy is down, and I've brought this up on EMP before, of a girl asking me to put shit in my ass, and you said it would be cool to do like a finger maybe. What?
Like your own finger?
No, you said
finger?
I thought you said it was like your own finger, like the female finger.
I mean, either or. I feel
If
like
I was fingering my ass while you were blowing me, or hypothetically
oh no, if she's blowing you, I feel like she should be the one to do it. But if you don't tell her, then do it yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I am, and I want to bring in poppers into this. I just don't know if it's time yet.
How else is your ass gonna be loose?
Yeah, dude, I don't know. I went into a little bit of a deep dive, maybe too far of a dive, I don't even know, into poppers, into what they are and how they make you react or whatever. And a big reason for that, not only was Cristine, it was I heard about it in a podcast and then divulged to Cristine and a couple other people I know, and they gave me like all the sense of knowledge that they know about it. And dude, the reason I guess all this works in is some chick that I was with at one point asked me if I liked stuff up my ass, and I didn't know about poppers at this time.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know that was like a thing.
What was?
Her asking.
I figured it out. I don't know. I mean, like,
okay.
yeah, it was a thing. She asked. She was like, "Yeah, no."
Keep going. It's fine.
We're back, dude. I stopped at the French bakery real quick. Just had to pick up a pastry. Christelle was just hanging out, just slamming Four Locos, hanging out. But no, I think she did have a comment about previously. I don't think she said it while we were recording. Of if there was a girl that was into. Okay, so the popper thing, dude. I told you I just heard about it and got kind of infatuated with it because of a podcast and what it does to you and stuff. And then I did say that there was a girl that was trying to get me into some sort of rectal play. I know that's a foul way of saying it, but that's just what comes to mind. I'm sorry. I don't know. But what did you say, dude? What was your action even?
Like the finger up the butt thing?
You spat on my Coors Light bottle.
I did.
And then motioned to put it in my ass.
As like a friend. I wanted to help you. I wasn't going to put it up there dry.
Well, yes.
As a friend, I had to spit.
That's looking out. But I'm
it.
saying we were discussing the butt play thing, and you did that in such a natural reaction that I was like, oh, of course this is how you would handle it. But like, dude, first, just please describe, if you don't mind me asking, like your any kind of experience or like memory with poppers or anything like that, dude. Because like I said, that like when I heard about that, I was like, I've never been around this kind of thing or anything like that, and it's like it's wild, the stories I've heard.
Yeah, so when I was introduced to it, the first thing I was told is it loosens your asshole.
Yeah. That's one thing that stood out to me.
So, but that was coming from someone who is gay, and then coming from someone who is straight, it was like, it's like a fun little high for like a minute and a half. So when you brought it up, you only knew
The gay part.
the gay part, the
That's all I
loose
knew.
asshole aspect of it. Aspect of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Puns with Cristine.
So when you mentioned it, I had to just spit on the bottle. We had nothing else to stick up your butt except the bottle.
It goes off of
But
like,
I was gonna be a friend,
Okay.
and I was like, I'm not gonna put it up there dry.
good
Let me
friend
just spit on it.
looking out for your boy.
A little ASMR.
But no, that was like I brought that up because like I said, this girl, and I've mentioned this on this pod a bunch of times, dude. But I'm gonna follow this up with a question. I'll tell you the story real quick, but I do have a question kind of pertaining to it. But that goes to the popper, the thing up the ass for a dude or whatever. Seriously. This one girl that I was with a few years back, she was a MMA fighter. And
Oh wow.
yeah, she was a beast. And she's the one that brought that up to me. The ass play. She's the only chick that's ever done that. And I was like, are you
Oh.
into it?
Okay.
Okay. I don't know why you're grinning and all pleased.
Sorry. Sorry.
But that's where I first heard of it being introduced to me. I was probably like 23 at the time. 23. So nothing that I'd ever like done or whatever. And when I prefaced this by saying she was an MMA fighter, because do you know how demeaning it would be for a person that can beat the fuck out of you also put things in their ass? Hear me out 1 second. You think of a guy doing stuff with his ass, it's definitely gay, right? That's your first thing. You think prison sex, you think getting raped by a guy, you think something like that. And then to have a chick that could put you in a Kimura or a rear naked choke and just put you out, also be doing butt stuff on you, the most demeaning thing you can do to a man. Honestly. Like,
Unless you're comfortable with it, you know?
who's comfortable? What dude is
A lot
comfortable?
of people are comfortable with
What
it.
dude is comfortable with that? I'm saying.
A lot. I don't know any, but I'm sure a lot are.
Okay. A lot are comfortable with it. Sure. That's
Yeah.
perfect for my question I was going to ask you. What's the gayest thing a guy can do around you? Think about that. I don't mean most homosexual thing. I don't mean butt play thing. I mean like the gayest. Stop reading my notes, dude. What the fuck?
I'm not.
I'm saying what's the most like gay, like annoying thing? Gay as in, I hope you know what I'm saying, but like the biggest turnoff, the biggest like, oh, that's fucking gay, dude. What's he doing?
Ooh. I don't know.
Think about it, because that's, I feel like that's,
so for
that's something
girls,
a lot of,
for girls that aren't like super like into cute things, there's like that like gay cute stuff where they like call you baby.
I'm not even saying you're like with this guy yet. I mean, maybe if that's where your head goes to, but I just mean if you're just with a group of dudes, maybe you're into one, maybe one of them caught your eye or something like that, and then he does something and you're like, that's fucking gay, dude. What the like?
So like cute gay stuff.
Okay.
Where they're like calling you baby and holding your hand and being cute. But if you're not like a super cute girl, you're gonna be like, that's gay. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, because I thought a lot of girls liked being called baby.
Not a lot. Some of them are like, that's cheesy. Like cheesy stuff is like gay.
Okay.
Air quotes, gay.
Okay.
Not like in an offensive way, just like.
So him calling you baby could be gay as fuck.
I'd be like, ugh, get off of me. Get away from me.
I would have never thought that.
Does that make sense?
I mean,
I feel like it would make sense to a lot of girls, but to guys, they'd be like, I'm just being sweet with you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like nipple play? Nipple play is not something I would ever want to do with a guy. Like
on a guy?
on a guy? No, I wouldn't want to do that.
It's kind of random that you brought that up, but that seems perfect for what I was asking. That sounds gay
Yeah,
as fuck.
like nipple play is not something I would want to do with a guy.
Has that ever happened?
No.
You heard of this? You're just bringing this up. Have you heard of a guy requesting nipple play?
Yeah. But I wouldn't want to do it.
Can you just please expand? Because that's the first time I've ever heard of that. I've maybe heard of like a guy trying to like suck a girl's tits
so
and then
imagine like a girl's nipples being bitten and like a girl making her way down on a guy and like biting their nipples on the way. To me, that's not something I would ever do. Like for me, it's like the hip bone area. I would like kiss their chest, but I would move down to their hip bones. And
dude, I honestly like the, what's it called? What's the scientific breakdown of the body, dude? I like how you're doing that.
The anatomy.
Exactly, dude. That honestly, I don't want to get like too off topic, but like, how attractive are the? This is like turning into like a sex podcast, and that's like the last thing that I want.
The V.
So yeah, how attractive is that?
It's so attractive.
So I got the U right now. I got the it's just there's something there, but it just connects at the bottom. It doesn't lead to anything. So like,
I feel like that's fine because like.
I'm not even looking.
No, I feel like that's fine. But the V, I feel like.
You lost your mind when I brought it up. I wasn't even thinking. That wasn't even something I was intending on doing.
It's like the same as like back dimples. Do you know what back dimples? Back dimples.
Back dimpers. Yeah. No, of course I know. That's hot on a girl too.
Yeah.
Is that hot on a guy?
Yeah. Like guys can have hot backs.
If you're seeing a guy's back dimples, that guy is gay. That's the gayest thing a guy can be doing. If he's revealing his back dimples to people. What a fucking queer. That guy's
no, he's not like wearing crop tops.
That's
but,
how
like...
I would imagine it. Yeah, like how else are you seeing his back indents?
Like at the beach or something. At the pool, at the beach. Okay. I don't know.
I guess, sure.
But like if you
trying to equate that to a girl, because like of course girls.
No, there's some guys that like when they're like kind of buff, you can like make out their back. And
how you would imagine it?
Yeah. Okay. And like sometimes you can tell when they have back dimples.
I like how I nodded like, okay, yeah, I do that too.
Because of how their shirt fits. And you're just like, ooh.
So are you talking about like back. Lower back? That's what
Yeah.
You're imagining that by how a guy's shirt fits.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Not really. Oh. But I could see because dudes are horn dogs, so like,
yeah, no, I used to work with a guy.
I'm trying to equate this to something a guy thinks about, and I'm trying not to do it in a crazy fucking like.
It's the same. So if you see a girl wearing like a tight, fitted shirt,
can I intervene?
Yeah, of course.
You know what's been popular right now with like just like fashion or whatever style? Chicks wear baggy clothes a lot.
Yes.
A lot, and like. Not putting you on blast. I feel like you do sometimes, right?
Sometimes.
Maybe. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know if that's a stretch, but like baggy like shirts on girls, baggy like big hoodies. That's like really becoming even baggy pants, like fucking wide ass pants.
Like some Jinkos.
Yeah. So like I'm trying to. I guess like most guys are when they see girls wearing that stuff, they're like trying to imagine them in like a Catwoman suit. Like where it's tight as fuck and like they like do you know what I'm saying? Like it's all I'm saying Catwoman like where it's the complete opposite.
Yeah, where it's like fitted
a lot
tight,
more revealing and you can see the body. So but I don't know if guys even think like that. But I'm saying as a guy, when I do see a chick that is wearing Jankos and a fucking double XL and she's 110 pounds, it's like, what do you actually look like?
I guess.
That didn't hit as well I was hoping it would, especially on you equating back dimples on a guy just wearing a t-shirt. I'm just trying to break down a whole outfit, but like
do you know like a hot back?
No, I don't look at. So I don't look.
Back is like broad shoulders. Okay. Ooh, I sound like one of those girls. Okay.
You sound like you're getting
hot and heavy.
Yeah.
Hot and
but
heavy.
Like what?
No. So like I was saying, I worked with this guy who he was training to be a firefighter, okay? Him and his dad were like, you could tell they worked out. But like him, he was younger, obviously didn't have kids.
He was
so,
younger than his dad?
Obviously.
Wow.
Yeah, of course. But like you could tell that he didn't have kids. And he was super nice, but when he was like fixing things and you could just like see him, you could just tell he had a hot back.
Wow.
You could tell.
It sounds like a porn.
Yeah. I don't mean for it to sound like a porn.
I know, but
but you could tell that
indirectly
he
made it seem
hot.
exactly like if you clicked on the reality page of Pornhub, this is exactly. I was dating a guy.
Girls are not looking up.
Let me just finish my thing. If you went on the reality page and you're like, oh yeah, my boyfriend's dad was just fixing shit around the house and he looked jacked and my boyfriend went and picked up lunch real quick. I ended up seeing his back dimples, I imagined. Yeah, I fucked him. Like, yeah, that's exactly what every porn is, what you just described. So, go ahead and explain the rest of that story, Cristine.
He just had a hot back, okay?
His dad had a hot back.
Him and his dad had a hot back.
It was genetic.
But you're gonna go more for the one closer to your age, obviously, because you know he doesn't have a kid and he has a hot
Right,
back.
we're talking about children. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he doesn't have a kid. He has a hot back. You know he's either single or dating someone, but he has a hot back.
I never thought, I hope whoever's listening to this miserable podcast understands that having a hot back as a dude is a big W. I didn't know that.
Hot backs matter. The
And
dimples, the back dimples.
U's matter. Fuck V's. Just get a U. That matters too. But go ahead.
Let me tell you, hot backs, back dimples, U's or V's matter. Like, we want to see it because we see it and we're like, ooh, okay.
I honestly didn't
like
think...
we can picture it.
I was gonna say,
you know?
I didn't think that chicks looked at dudes and like we're picturing what's really under. I feel like you could see.
Yeah.
I feel like you could see with the shirt on.
We
like,
can see it. We can picture it. Dad bods? Oof. Dad bods are a different story for me.
I feel like that's like what do you even mean? You said oof,
like,
and then is that like a thing?
Dad bods can be hot, but I think it depends on.
Do you need to be a dad? Like that's the biggest controversy. Like, do you have to have children?
No.
Okay. Because I feel like that's valid. If you're like, oh, dad bods are hot, but you got to be a dad. I feel like that's valid. But
no. You can drink a bunch of beers, but have abs because
it's hard
you
to
have.
achieve. You have to run all the time.
You have the like structure of a six
I know what you're saying. Yeah,
but you have that like beer belly that's about to like pop out.
It's everybody like chicks, same thing. Like, like I mean, whatever. Like it could be any part. Like
we have our pooch.
What's that?
It's a pooch.
Is that what's?
Have like.
I was gonna say something completely different. I was gonna say like girls can complain about their ass, but they just don't get fat or muscle in their ass. They just don't.
Oh.
And dudes will be like, every beer I goes to hits my stomach directly. Like I that's what I know that for myself and most beer drinkers. It's like, it just goes right to your gut. It goes
straight to your belly.
Yeah, dude. It fucking sucks.
But if you have abs, it's like the beer pushes the abs to the front, but you still have
the
like
abs
the
push
volume.
the beer to the front.
Or no,
that's
the beer,
how it works.
The beer pushes the abs to the front.
The beer does not go behind the muscle and is like, actually, let's show what's really here.
But how do we see the abs?
It's
if you
literally
have
a
the
dude's
volume
blessed.
Of the beer,
A dude he's got to be blessed genetically or just come from like he's got to be an athlete, I would say. I know plenty of beer drinkers, if they stop drinking beer for 5 days, their stomach, what's it called? Me being one of them. Like, I'm like talking like the third person. if I don't drink beers for 5 days, I will definitely develop some sort of definition. Not to say I have abs. I'm just saying you can see.
Oh, it just goes away.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So like, if
Oh.
you were fit before you were drinking beers all the time, you can see that if you stop.
It's the bubbles. The bubbles pop.
It's the carbs, dude. It's all just fucking carbs. Yeah. No, you're
The
trying
bubbles
to.
pop.
You're joking, and I'm like being all serious. I'm like, no, dude, this is how beer works. No, but yeah, that's as a
But
beer
it makes
drinker-
sense, right?
As a beer drinker, I feel like you should hear me out, dude. In this woke ass world, hear me out, dude. No, I'm joking.
But it kind of makes sense. It's like the bubbles pop and then you're left with abs, right?
No, the bubbles don't pop. It's literally it's just the
But
sitting
it
bloat.
kinda makes...
It's the bloat that just sits above
And
your
the
muscle.
bloat is the
Beer.
bubbles. They
No,
both
it's
start with
carbohydrates.
B.
It's carbohydrates that you are intaking with every single beer, and you put down 15 of them in 2 days, and you're like,
I couldn't do that. How many beers can you drink
in one sitting?
before you're full and you're like, I can't do this?
So if you're a beer drinker, if you develop into a beer drinker, like I have, you don't really hit that feeling as much. If you don't drink beer as much, you certainly notice that. Oh,
Like full
yeah, I'm
filling.
bloated. I can't do another one. If I do, I'm gonna throw up. Or it'll like I remember when I started like because I didn't used to drink beer. That's like a newer thing. Not even that new, but whatever. I would be like, dude, if I have a third one, it's just gonna come back up. Like not throw up. It's just gonna come out of. It's just gonna pour back out of me. Like it won't go inside my body. But after you start drinking a little bit more regularly, have beers rather, you're like, oh, that I didn't hit that till like 5 beers in where I felt a little bit bloated.
Oh.
And then that bloat turns into, oh, I could just piss and I'll be fine.
Yeah.
And it's not like, oh, I feel that bad. That's what sucks is you have to pee all the time if you keep drinking.
You want to know what's crazy?
Tell me what's crazy.
So for some girls, not all girls, some girls, or no, just people in general, they get that full feeling, but they also get the drunk feeling where they can throw up. They throw up.
Okay.
And then they're fine and they're like, I can keep drinking. Let's go.
No, yeah, that doesn't.
I feel like that's kind of the same thing, but probably different.
That's
no?
completely no. Because like you can not be drunk off 2 or 3 beers, but be super bloated. If you take 3 shots, you're probably not going to be bloated, but you might have that feeling where you're like, oh fuck, I need to throw up or something.
So it's the same as like when you take a beer bong down.
I've done that like
You've
once
never
or
done that?
maybe once or twice.
We're doing that.
I've shotgun beers. I don't like doing that.
No, I've had a few people where
I drink for fun now, dude. I don't drink like, I don't know. Like that's when you're shot. Shout out to my guy, Paul Murdaugh, dude. Rest in peace, dude. My guy was shotgunning or funneling 2 or 3 beers at a time. Mick Ultras. I fuck with those heavily. You already know. Rest in peace, Paul Murdaugh. Are you familiar with that? The Murdaugh family?
Oh, yes.
Perfect. Let's.
Oh, no.
Yes. Shout out my guy, dude. Paul Murdaugh, dude. Drinking Bud Lights and fucking Mick Ultras and driving boats and shit. You definitely cheered that on. He was. Don't cry. He would be funneling 2 beers at a time. Funneling them and then putting them back and then being like, dude, let me drive the boat at 12 a.m.
I feel like a lot of people have been there.
No, dude, I don't want to. We're not getting serious and shit. I just wanted to give my boy Paul a shout out. Rest in peace, dude. Your dad killed you, dude. I believe it. He killed your gay homie as well, dude. Jamie or whatever his fucking name was when he was 16. Your fucking pops did that. That wasn't Buster. Buster gets the rap for being a bad guy. Your dad did it. He's the one that pulled up on the highway and shot him. But rest in peace, dude. And shout out to you. But go ahead.
I forgot what I was saying, but I started watching that documentary.
You did?
Yeah.
I finished it last night. I watched it in one sitting.
It's wild. I'm like halfway through the 2nd episode. So sad.
Where are you at right now?
I want to say I feel bad.
Why would you feel bad?
You know I feel bad about everything.
I had something I was going to bring up earlier and I forgot.
You know I feel bad about everything.
You don't curse.
I don't. I do.
You rarely curse.
I rarely do because I feel weird about it, but I substitute. I say heck. I say heck a lot. And you know that.
No.
No, you know that because I'll be like, what the heck?
Nobody
Instead
catches
of what the
that.
F. I don't want to say
Nobody says
F.
what the F, by the way. They use the
no,
full.
I know
you
they
don't want to say that, but
I know.
that doesn't like stand out less than what the heck. Like what the heck is, I don't hear that. I don't know.
I say what the heck, but that show is very what the heck. And
what point are you at in the show? Just say it.
I'm halfway.
You're not going to give away any fucking
Spoiler
details.
alert.
Yeah, I was going to say, nobody's...
Second episode where...
Yeah, you said you're halfway through what's going on. I finished it last night.
the mom and the son get shot.
Yeah.
And
That's
I'm
my
at the
guy,
point...
Paul.
Yeah, so I'm
Rest
at the
in peace,
point
Paul,
where they're finding out that the family has the shotguns. It's so sad. I don't know. I hear...
They own shotguns? What do you mean, the shotguns?
No, the shotguns. I heard it with my own ears. They say the shotguns that were used to kill... I don't know if it was the son or the mom.
I know, dude. I'll fucking let you know.
Okay, the shotguns. Was it the mom or the son?
The son got hit three times
shotgun.
with a shotgun.
Okay, so the
mom
shotgun
got hit with the blackout style AR-15.
Yeah, so the shotgun the family
I said
owned.
blackout style. I'm not talking about race at all. I meant blackout. It's called a 300 blackout.
So the son got hit with the shotguns, and the family had the shotguns, but
They own many shotguns.
they own the shotguns.
That hasn't been pointed on him yet. I don't believe.
No, it was shown.
They didn't.
But-
They didn't pin any of those firearms on the murder yet.
Okay, but okay, that's not what I'm talking about. Anyway,
You brought it up.
I know. I don't know. But before that, just the families and the friends talking about it is so sad. There's been many times where I've been watching it while I'm getting ready for work, and I'll walk away and I'll be like, that's so sad. It's so sad.
What is... Okay, that's a stupid question. I'll say what is sad. Let me say this instead. I watched the first episode and I laughed through it last night.
Oh my God.
I was laughing through about 60 to 75% of the episode because it was literally just chicks in high school using TikTok jargon.
Ooh.
And I was like, yo.
Ooh. You got the wrong person because I'm very persuaded. I get persuaded very easily.
Netflix hit you with the right person.
Yeah, no, they hit me.
I was like,
yeah.
oh. She was like, they're just showing Snapchats of them all.
I know, but it's
dude,
it's
what?
still sad. It's still sad. But I know what you're saying. I'm a very influential person, I guess.
No, that's the wrong word. Influential means that you
How would
influence a lot of people.
Oh.
You're a heavily influenced person, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
I think I'm right.
I'm a heavy influence person.
Okay.
So a lot of the things that people tell me, I will believe. And it makes me feel bad because
Who do you feel bad for? I only
I
feel
feel-
bad for Mallory.
Yeah. I feel bad for them. I feel bad for her. I feel bad for her family. And I don't know if it's because of the way they were speaking or...
Definitely, dude. They had a Netflix crew telling them what to say.
I know, but it's still so sad.
Dude, you know when the chick, her fucking Paul's girl, she was like...
It's so sad, though. You can't...
He did hit me. He did actually hit me. It's like, okay, dude.
Shit.
Okay, dude. Sure, he hit... I believe that he hit you, but I don't know, dude. I wouldn't tell it like that. I would be like, dude, this fucking scumbag
This
would
fucking
beat
piece of shit
this
fucking
dickhead,
hit me.
this dickhead that had this ranch would beat the shit out of me.
I
and
think. Wait.
that's how I would tell it. I would be fired up. Okay, go ahead. T Swift, what?
He died. He got
Rest
murdered.
in peace, my guy Paul, dude.
He got murdered. So you do have to feel some sort of sympathy.
I don't know, man.
And that's where we differ.
No, I don't know. Who do you have sympathy for? You have sympathy for Paul?
No.
I love how this has turned into like the Murdaugh recap.
Shit.
It's okay, dude. We're hanging out. But like, no, who do you have sympathy for?
Well, no,
Paul?
I feel bad for her because that was like her best friend. Bro, I would fucking murder
Dude, they were in high school.
anyone
They don't know
that
who
hurt my best friend. Anyone that hurt my best friend.
They don't know who
like,
their best friends are, dude. Give
You're
them
gonna
5 more years. They will know who their best friends are. You know who
Yeah.
holds it down like a beast? Is Paul's guy. The jacked, more jacked dude. You know what I'm talking about?
With the beard.
With the beard. What's
That was
his name?
supposed to
Is
marry.
it Anthony?
Yeah, the
Is
one that
it?
was supposed to marry.
Mallory. Yes,
Mallory,
exactly.
yeah.
He holds it down like a G. He's the
Yeah.
only one that I'm like, this guy feels this shit. All of them are like fucking TikTok teenagers, bro. That's how I would put it. And that's probably being very insensitive. I don't care, dude. They're just like, what's this the chick, the fucking... Almost said
The
something...
Miley?
I almost said something wild. But yeah, Miley is like... She was my BFF till this day, and then like she never drank or anything, and then this one night she wanted to get fucked up, so I was there to support her. It's
Okay,
like,
yeah,
what, dude?
no,
What
no.
world is this happening?
I agree with you, but
Obviously, either a lie that Mallory was a party girl and like wasn't this fuck. They're all like, yeah, we're like these Christian kids, dude. We just only drank a fucking 24 pack between the two of us every Wednesday, and like that's just how it was. But also, it was the Murdaugh's fault. It's like, no, dude, you guys were all fucking partying, being wild animals. Just the Murdaugh kid was the fucking real piece of shit. Like, he stood out.
Yeah.
He separated himself as a piece of shit. I definitely feel for Mallory. Definitely have a lot of... And I get the survivor's guilt that her girl had.
Yeah.
I definitely get that. When they broke that down in the... How... Also, again, a stretch of how, like, the boat crashed and whatever. First of all, not a conspiracy guy.
Let me state again, I have not seen the full thing.
Okay. That's
I'm
right.
1.5 episodes in, and I just feel bad.
Anthony holds it down like a G the whole time.
But
I'll just say that.
I'm a very sensitive person.
Yeah, you are. You're too sensitive, though. Like, so you can't be sensitive for murderers and stuff. Also, I heard this theory. Dude, I'm just letting it fly on this EMP. I heard that so obviously, you know, you're 1.5 in. You know how powerful the family is.
Oh, yeah.
Right, the Murdaugh. It goes generations back. Brothers, grandfathers, all that stuff. They all hold some sort of power. I don't put it past them being part of this. And again, hear me out. Because it starts with the boy... James? The gay kid? 16, James.
Haven't gone there.
Okay. The first person that got encountered with some sort of murder. Damn, I want to. Oh, okay.
Don't.
I won't.
Don't.
I won't. I would say it goes as far back that family, the Murdaugh family, at least the gentlemen, the men, not gentlemen, scumbags. I would say they're involved in some sort of like pedophilia ring.
Oh.
Yeah. Just because of, not just because, but when you go that far back into people's power, they hide a lot of things, you know?
Yeah.
And one of those things is definitely interest in younger children. I feel like it's like noted. Not just with them. I'm saying when you go that far back in power. One of those things tends to be like an interest in younger children, males, females, whatever. And then once you learn about how much they were involved in like, and they could control the younger community and they had power over like the youth, I wouldn't say it's too far of a stretch to say that they kind of were into young kids. And I know you don't like hearing shit like that, but it's like pretty it could be a possibility. I think, man.
I hope not.
It doesn't matter, dude. This is some fucking random family in
I
South
know.
Carolina.
It's random. Yeah.
It's terrible that it happened, but it happened. It's not like what we
Yeah.
feel like now is gonna affect the outcome. It's gonna happen whatever way it happens. Whatever happened already happened. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
it sucks that like they could have been doing some fucking
It's
kid
so
shit.
sad.
Yeah,
It's so sad. Like the entire time that I was watching it,
Speaking
I told
of
you.
fucking Biden, dude, got me. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Don't.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm totally.
I'm telling
kidding.
you, every time that, like, I told you, I was watching it as I was getting ready, and every time that I would get up, I was like, bro, this is so fucking sad. But I was telling my mom that
They killed it with the teenagers. Having the teenagers speak, they fucking murdered it. They were
so
the.
for me, it was like I was telling my mom that it's super, super sad, but anyone with a southern accent has me like at a grasp. Does that make sense?
Explain, why would someone with a southern accent just grasp you?
So for me, it's just like they're so sweet and like they know their manners. I don't know. I just assume I'm also the type of person that I think everybody
Has good intentions.
good intentions.
Christine,
Yeah.
you sound.
I know I sound so naive, but
I wasn't even gonna say that, but yeah.
no, I like to think that there are like everyone in the world is good. But I know that's wrong. And so for me, it's like I think
Bro,
everyone
you know me.
No, I know, but I think everyone with a southern accent is just like very good. They're just the sweetest people in the world. And then watching this, I get really sad because they aren't.
You know, if there's some people that are listening right now, that aren't, they're gonna shit on you,
I
possibly.
know.
But no, it's okay. That's fine. You don't deserve
But
it.
I just
You have a good heart.
I don't know. I feel like everyone is a good person, and I give a lot of people like the benefit
Because
of
they
the
have
doubt.
a southern accent.
Yeah.
No, you. we
Whether
should,
they
you know,
have the southern
outfit, they got the boots and the hat on. They got those fringe
whether they
things.
have the southern accent or
They
not.
got the fuck Biden flag, all that. Those guys, they're good. Yeah.
I just think everyone has good in them. And I know that's not true, but I like to see the good in everyone. And I feel like that's the naive in me, but I feel bad.
No, it's
I
okay.
don't know.
It is. You probably will have hey, listen, this is coming from a bitter, salty human being. Okay, then I need validation by telling jokes in front of strangers. So, it's probably a better outlook on life to think that way, for sure.
I think
Is
so.
it a more realistic way of thinking of life?
No.
I won't say I agree on that, but if you do want to feel like happier until your last day, it is nicer to think, hey, little southern people, they speak nice, they got a cool twang.
They're so nice. They
They're
say
good.
yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
No, ma'am.
Same, yeah, exactly. And like,
I like that. I like that. I would want to introduce someone that says yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am to my family, as opposed to someone that's like, yeah, no, that's cool.
Oh, so you don't like southern SoCal guys?
I'm just saying. Someone can be bad and southern and say yes, ma'am. And I would introduce them to my parents as opposed to someone being like, yeah, no, cool. Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
prefer that use of vernacular, for sure.
I think it's just because they were taught manners. I don't know. I don't know.
No, other people were definitely taught manners too, but you. No, I get what you're saying. I definitely.
But they're very strict on it. So anything they would say, I'd be like, you're a good human being. Some guy came into my job and was like, yes, ma'am. And I was like, an angel. You are an angel. They could have killed a man. And I would have been like, you're an angel because you said, yes, ma'am. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Just because those were the manners they were taught.
Yeah, it
Like,
makes you
that's
seem.
so weird.
No offense. It makes you seem kind of closed-minded.
Yeah, I've heard that.
To think that those people are just genuinely good people because of how they sound.
Oh, yeah,
But also,
no.
for comedic purposes, I definitely get what you're saying. Definitely.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
if
I've
I
heard that before.
if I hear an older woman with a southern accent, I think she's a sweet angel. You know, I just think
While
she's.
she's fucking not paying her taxes.
Yeah, while she's
and
doing
whatnot.
whippets out of her ass and
Yeah.
not paying
She's
taxes.
butt chugging every weekend.
Yeah.
We don't know that.
She's doing Steve will do it shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. I mean, no.
Do you think that's why our parents taught us manners? Like,
my parents
in case we
beat
do
manners
anything
into
bad?
me. They didn't teach them to me. They used physical force for me to
my
understand
God.
them. So yeah, I think that might be why they didn't want me to be a southern redneck. So they're like, well,
That and because they didn't want you sleeping with your cousin.
What? They don't want me what?
Nothing.
This is a podcast. You have to use terminal. You have to be vocal here, dude.
They didn't want you sleeping with your cousin.
I guess that would have happened inevitably. It already happened. Like, what are we gonna do, dude? We'll probably be wrapping up in a little bit. But real quick, I wanted to ask you this. This is kind of just a random question came to my mind before you came. How much money would it take for you to kind of just step back from everything and just kind of just be like, oh, I'm content. I'm gonna do this now with my life and not kind of worry about shit.
So, I have a really bad perception on money.
Finances, you're bad financially.
I can save. I save money really well, but sometimes my sisters will show me a house and they'll be like, "How much do you think this is?" And I'm like, 200,000, and they're like, "That's $1 million."
Yeah, we live in Southern California.
Yeah.
It's none of that's not gonna make sense anytime soon, for sure. But
Yeah.
so are you saying you're like taking that into account of if you were to live here, like how much?
No, I just mean in general. Like, I have a very bad like perception on money. So, like, for me to live comfortably is what you're
However,
asking.
I'm asking like if somebody asked you tonight after this podcast episode ended or when you got home or whatever, or tomorrow morning you got a text and was like, Cristine, how much right now for you to not join the workforce really, to just kind of live how you want, whether it means you stay here in SoCal, whether it means you move to Hawaii or you move to fucking Portugal and live however means you want, that's up to you. But how much would it take? You can obviously put that money into investments. You can buy certain things that will make you money if you want. But I'm saying, how much would that sum be right now for you to step away?
Again, like I said, I have a bad perception of money, but I would say like 300,000. I don't know. Like,
It's a very
if
low
I were-
amount.
If I were to win the lottery, okay, do you ever have those conversations where you're just like, if you had fuck it money where you can spend it on whatever you want, what would you spend it on?
This is kind of like that question, kind of.
Okay, so for me, every time it's always going to be pay off my Honda Civic. And they're like, okay, what else? And I'm like, that's it.
Well, if you pay off your Honda Civic, you won't be able to just stop doing anything and everything.
Exactly.
So
That's it.
what more would it take other than paying off your Honda Civic for you to stop doing everything
I
and
don't
just live?
I don't know.
You are very bad with money if you
I
can't
am
even...
very
Wow,
bad
that's
with money.
crazy, dude.
I have been
I gave you like
asked.
3 minutes to
Yeah.
answer this, and you're...
No, I've been asked what would I spend my lottery money on? And I said I would pay off my Honda Civic. And they were like, you could buy 4 Honda Civics. And all I have to say is, why? I can pay off my Honda Civic and go wherever I want. Because Honda Civics last so long.
You're stuck up on this payment for the Civic, I think.
And I think it's because that is my payment. Like, what else would I do?
Where are you going to live after you pay for your Honda Civic?
I don't know.
How are you going to pay for that?
I don't know, because I live with my parents. So they say, okay,
Would you continue to... You're being so real with this question. It's crazy.
I am. I take it so seriously.
I was expecting like 5 million or something like that.
No.
I don't know.
No. So if I were to win the lottery, which is like what, 60 billion, 60 million?
I don't fucking know. I've
I
never played the lotto in my life.
I don't know. I don't remember. But it was, I would pay off my Honda Civic. That's my answer for everything. If I won $1 million.
How about this for a better question? Your Honda Civic's paid off.
Oh.
Right now, your Honda Civic is paid off. You own that vehicle.
Okay.
How much money for you to step away from reality and just live your life?
Like 500,000? I don't know. Is that a lot?
That is nothing.
Oh. Can I buy a house with it?
Where do you want to live? Do you want to live in Idaho?
If I'm not... No.
Do you want to live here in Cali?
Yeah.
In SoCal?
Yeah.
500,000?
Like by the beach? Could I live by the beach with that?
No.
Oh. I don't know then.
The houses by the beach are millions of dollars.
Oh.
You can live in Rockaway Beach in New York where the water is muddy and rocky for maybe that much.
I'll live in... Oh. Never mind.
Can I answer it for you maybe?
Yeah.
Do you mind? Because I was going to answer it and wrap up the
fine.
episode on this, but I'll give you my 2 cents for you and then for me.
Okay.
Can I do that?
I feel like that would be helpful
Okay.
because I have a bad perception on money. So.
Yeah, I'm learning that. I mean, I quickly learned that. Yeah.
I think
I live on
$100
Four
is a
Locos
lot.
and my Civic payment, and that's about all that matters to me right now.
I promise you I'm not poor.
No,
I'm not poor.
It's not what I'm saying. And even if you are, I am. I'm fucking poor as shit, dude. I'm poor as shit. I make fun of people that can afford Starbucks because I can't. So
I buy Starbucks. I buy Starbucks and I get the bagels at Starbucks.
you're doing fine.
Okay.
I would say for you to walk away, not really have to worry about finances anymore. Probably be at least, I would say 10 to 12 million, because I feel like once you learn that you didn't have to work anymore or found out that you got grace with that, you would develop a little bit of a spending habit, maybe. And then in order to keep you from completely getting rid of your liquidity, all that money, you would probably have to invest in some things. So with a couple million or a few million set to the side to keep you investing in successful businesses, that can probably take care of your lifestyle of like living, possibly buying. You're talking about a Civic right now. You're not going to drive a Civic if you woke up with no worries in the world.
I think I would.
I don't think
It
so.
works.
You turn into Ice Spice and buy a fucking chain that's worth $2 million and start doing dumb shit, dude. Of course, you'd get a
Da-da-da.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, you'd be doing dumb shit like her, dude. Yeah. And I'll be honest, I'd probably say the same for me. Probably even more. I'd probably say 15 to 20 mil because I don't trust myself. I'm not good financially either. I've done I've gone to school for business, and I don't think I'm even smart enough to do.
I just want to live my life, okay?
Dude, Cristine, living is expensive.
I know it is, but I want to do it.
You don't have the choice. You're here now. You got to do it, whether or not
I
you.
did not ask for this life.
That's a perfect way to end the episode, I think. Cristine didn't ask for this, but you guys did. This has been another episode of Early Morning Podcast. Cristine, you want to plug anything?
My Instagram,
Sure.
Christeezy _.
It'll be in the.
Hit me up.
It'll be in the description. You guys know me, Vic at vik.emp on IG. Early Morning Podcast on TikTok. Leave a like, leave a dislike, leave some hate comments. Let us know how it is. Until next time, peace.
Bye.